position with this phone being like this. Oh man, I gotta tell you, I'm watching this really screwed up series on Netflix. Um, I'm not even down 2 episodes, but like I kept seeing it on my feed for like weeks, and I'm like, what the hell, Twin Flames universe, and decided to watch it, and and what they're doing is so freaking screwed up and demented. It's literally evil. I mean, just to give you like a brief summary, because I strongly recommend you check this out. It's essentially this couple that you know, consider each other to be as their, soulmates or twin flames, whatever you want to call it. And they started this group, which eventually turned into multitudes of businesses and lots of money for them, by pairing people together and calling them, their soulmate or their twin flame. And this would include people that are like basically strangers. There's one girl who was paired with a schizophrenic guy who was a twin flame. And, sorry, my wife keeps messaging me. I should tell her that I'm live. I'm not gonna reply. It's just gonna waste time. But and my opinion on that is that here's my opinion on soulmates and twin flames, and I think of course they exist. Okay, but 99% chance your soulmate is living another life in a different universe, or they're in a country that you're never going to visit and you're never going to see. They could be currently here right now, or they're on a different planet, but the chances are very slim of you in actuality meeting your soulmate in this lifetime. The place is designed for you to be paired with people that will challenge you, right? That will bring out uncomfortable things in you. And that's not to say that I'm not like trying to say that like 99% of relationships like lack true love. That's not what I'm saying. Of course, you could build true love and build stability and build all kinds of things. But I'm just saying it in terms of your actual like soulmate. And by soulmate, what that means is your the makeup of your soul identity or your soul signature or the quantum oscillating harmonics that you are created out of when you're created as a soul. They are a perfect match or a perfect frequency to the quantum oscillating harmonics of another soul. Okay, so that's what that means in my opinion. But what's going on in this group is, it's obviously a financial scam. Again, I'm only like not even 2 episodes in, and the way they just berate and manipulate people and just treat them like total trash, and like how people get tangled up in this is just, it's beyond me. Like it's like the same rehashed story, same rehashed cult story over and over again, right? For decades on end, and there's always something new that comes up. And what's unfortunate is that this group, a lot of their ideas like are real ideas, right? Like it's stuff that we talk about, right? And that's what I put in the community post. Like they make people who are genuinely seeking like look bad and look stupid, because my point is you got to just watch it for yourself, because it's genuinely shocking to what degree these people were manipulated into thinking basically strangers were their soulmates. People that just like message them one time online or something really stupid. Anyway, so I got another dream to talk about. The reason why I didn't start yet is so I just wanted to see if anyone else would show up to the stream. And these last 3 days have been exceptionally strange. And I don't like it. I don't like these dreams at all. Um, I told my wife, I saw the creator of iPad Go 2 in yesterday's dream. And she's like, well, duh, you think about it all the time. And I'm like, first of all, it's not true. I definitely don't think about it even close to all the time. And I most certainly don't think about the creator very often at all. So again, after that, I tried or attempted to find him on Facebook. And I believe I found this page, but what's confusing about his page, I'm talking about Louis Lefebvre, is that there's like two different guys. Like, well, one looks completely different than the other. So I don't know what's going on there. Like, did he just change in appearance that much over the years? I don't know. I'm 99% certain that that is his page, though, because the cover photo looks exactly like what I shared in the community post. Looks exactly like him. Okay. Keep getting messages. Yeah. So I believe that that dream in Israel and the dream following, without a doubt, has some sort of correlation or connection, and possibly even this dream and this dream. I wish it was funny because of who I saw in the dream, Dr. Phil. I mean, that's laughable, but the context of the dream, it wasn't funny at all, and the way he was presenting himself and showing himself and talking was not funny at all, and nothing like the talk show. And the whole thing was just so weird. And it starts off with me driving in a Lamborghini or something like that. And I keep driving through these flooded areas, Just funny because it did flood yesterday, literally. So I'm not too surprised that I would see that in a dream. I was literally almost trapped in a flood at work yesterday. It was raining like crazy. But I'm driving through these floods, right, in this Lamborghini, and I'm going really fast. And I get to an area where the water is just too high, and the car stalls. And it's in front of some large building, and Dr. Phil comes out of a large building, and he tells me to come inside, that we need to talk. And inside this building was like dozens of office workers, and the scene was chaotic. There was papers everywhere. There was no organization whatsoever. There was like files and cabinets turned over, like somebody had ransacked the place, and everybody was very tense and in a hurry, and just the whole scene was so bizarre. But Dr. Phil is acting like there's nothing going on, like this is normal. And he like sits me down, and he like starts talking to me, but like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's not like in a normal tone that he like talks on a show. Like, it was serious, but it was also like, it gave the impression like he's known me a long time. It was serious, but it was friendly discussion, is what I'm trying to say. And the friendly discussion, he was discussing my family and things I've been through and what we have to do to overcome some things, and it felt like it just went on forever, and like the whole environment around the place just felt as if like, like time is running out. I don't know how to explain it. Like time is limited to resolve certain things, is the whole impression I got from the discussion. Which might be true and might be sad if that's true. Gotta see if anyone's nobody's talking in the chat. Okay. Well, that's fine. After that is when it got really weird and kind of disturbing. We went deeper into this building, and we go into a big auditorium. And same thing in this auditorium. There's papers thrown about everywhere, trash. There was a bunch of people in there, like it looked like a movie theater. Looked like a movie theater. And everyone there was just chaotic and just behaving like wild animals. I don't know, like they weren't like just sitting and watching a movie calmly. And he just like, here, sit down. I need to show you this. And we sit down, and the screen was tiny. Like it was nothing like maybe a tenth the size of a normal movie screen. And I'm like squinting and trying to close my eyes to pay attention to this movie. And I'm watching it carefully now, and I see all these people in rags. Like the dirty, filthy, poorest of the poor, downtrodden, filthy people walking around all over the place looking for food. And it changes to them finding food, and that food being in the form of cannibalism. And I see them very happily consuming that. And that was about it. That was the end of the dream. Again, I was kind of hoping that, someone would have some questions, or someone would want to discuss these dreams, because I feel I have the need to talk to someone about this. It disturbs me to think that, if I see Louis in the dream, it disturbs me to think that I have some kind of direct connection to all this stuff. And we kind of do in a way, but we don't understand why, or at least I don't understand why or how, and haven't understood why or how for a long time. And at some point, there's got to be an answer at some point. It's reaching a point where it's just absolutely freaking annoying. Other than that, there's some weird stuff going on. Apparently there's 50 volcanoes going off all at once. Usually there's 20 to 30. There's 50 now. And there's one volcano, an eruption so massive in Russia that the plume of smoke is like 1,000 miles long. And I didn't even know about this. Nobody talks about this. Maybe that's the point. Everyone's focusing on Iceland right now. But there's a lot of volcanoes going off right now, and I think that's pretty interesting and connected to all of this. And before I go, I don't know if you guys have heard about this really crazy story on TikTok about a guy who found this giant door in Oregon, and he claimed to have seen a giant peeking through and filmed the door closing. Like the door was made out of rock on the side of a mountain. And I have no idea if it's true or not or anything like that. I just thought that it was an interesting story. He looked sincere to me, and he went over there again, and now everybody's talking about it. I don't know what you think about that. Nothing's far-fetched to me, including giants, though. That's for sure. Um, Anyone here before I go? Is there anybody out there? Going once, going twice. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.